I'm Neelima, your science teacher. So, children, today we are going to learn about food components. Already in previous classes, we are learning about food components, children. So, in this topic, we are going to learn about the sources of the roughage. Already we learned roughage. Roughage means dietary fibers, isn't it? So, dietary fibers are used to digest the food easily, isn't it? So, in which food the fibers contains? Now we are going to learn the food like say bran. Bran means you can see the rice outer layer part. Okay, the outer layer part we call as a bran. And shredded wheat, cereals, fruits and vegetables, sweets, potatoes, peas, berries, pumpkins, palak, banana, papaya and many kinds of beans. And many kinds of beans like rasma, these are all there, na children. So many kinds of beans are all having the fibers, children. If we eat this food items, then our food will be digested properly. See children, the fiber means, if for example, if you take one apple, okay, fruits, the outer peel you can see, the outer peel contains nutritious fiber. So while we are eating, we should not remove the outer layer. Without removing the outer layer only, we have to take the food. Then only our food will be digested easily. Okay children? So now we are going to learn about the nutritions. Nutritions are classified into two groups. Okay? Micronutrients and macronutrients. So macronutrients. Some nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats and proteins are required by our body in large quantity. So these are called macronutrients. See children, nutrients like carbohydrates, fats and proteins. These are required to our body more quantity, large quantity. We have to eat large quantity. Okay. So these three nutrients we call as macronutrients. And next one is micronutrients. Vitamins and minerals. Yes, vitamins and minerals are micronutrients which are essential in small quantity. These macronutrients will take large quantity, but micronutrients, that means vitamins and minerals, our body require only small quantity. So these vitamins and minerals are called as a micronutrients. So these are the nutritious food. Okay. So the food which we are eating, whether the carbohydrates are there or not, and fats are there or not, and proteins, these we are. So now we are going to test that food, children. Okay. See, test for starch. See, here adding a few drops of dilute iodine solution to the food samples turns it into dark blue or a black color. See, for example children, if you take one potato and cut it into two pieces. First take one half piece and you take dilute iodine solution. Take dilute iodine solution drops and drop the drops into the potato. If you leave it for a few minutes, you can observe that potato turns into black or dark blue in color. That means by this test we can understand that the carbohydrates are present in potato. Understood? Carbohydrates means carbohydrates contain starch. So we can say that starch is present in potato. So this is the test for the starch. And next one is test for proteins. See, a mixture of 10 drops of water, 2 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution have to be added to the food mixture. If it is turns into violet or purple color, so it confirms the presence of proteins. For example, if you take one egg, children, okay, egg, and drop it in a container, in a test funnel, you can drop it, and take 10 drops of water. You have to pour 10 drops of water into the egg, and also 2 drops of egg having the proteins. So by this test we can say that the egg having the proteins. And next one is test for fats. Okay children, fats. So when small quantity of food samples with fat is rubbed gently on a piece of a paper, the paper turns into translucent. Okay, so this is the test for the fats. For example, if you take one paper children, one white sheet you can take, and also few drops of oil you can take, and drop that oil into the paper and rub it with your hand children. You can see that the paper is transparent. Okay, you can see the oil on that paper. Okay, if you keep on your eyes, you can see the outside part also. So by this you can confirm that the food items having the fats. So these are the tests for the food items which we are eating for the nutrition. What we are eating, the nutritious food contains starch, proteins and fats. So this is the lesson about the food components children.